about 3 months now, you've been clumsily trying to entangle me with some female.
All I'm trying to do,
Fat
Bob...
ones, tall ones, thin ones, doesn't make any difference. As long as they're wearing skirts, little mascara, and still breathing, you ran them at me.
Believe me, it's for your own good.
For my own good.
Yeah, let's face it, Bob. You're a lonely, miserable man.
What?
And you're unhappy, too. And when you're unhappy, I'm unhappy. After all, I feel a strong sense of responsibility to you, Bob. Ever since the day
Oh, no, not again with that life-saving thing.
Well, if you'd better forget it.
How can I? You won't let me. Since you saved my life, you decided you had the right to run it. You utzed me along every step of the way. You hammered, drove, pushed, shoved, and if that wasn't enough, you look at me with those great big cow eyes of yours, point at that phony arm, and I'd melt and go along.
Well, I don't expect any gratitude.
Well, you're going to get it. We did great, and I'm grateful. So thank you. Thank you, Phil Davis, from the bottom of my heart. Now, we let the rest of my life alone?
No, I won't.
Well, why not?
Because you're a miserable, lonely, unhappy man.
Oh, you're wacky. I'm a very happy man.
Well, then you're happy for the wrong reasons, and that's the same as being lonely and miserable, except it's worse.
You know something? You're off your nut about 1.5 miles. I got everything in life I want.
Sure. I'm off my nut 1.5 miles.
Please.
You've got everything you
Yes,
want,
I
except
know.
the most important thing.
What's this?
A girl.
I'll get around to that one of these days.
My dear partner, when what's left of you gets around to what's left to be gotten, what's left to be gotten won't be worth getting whatever it is you've got left.
Figure out what that means. I'll come up with a crushing reply. What's back all this anyway?
Nothing, only your happiness.
My happiness?
Yeah.
You know, when you get an idea that's for my soul and ultimate happiness, there's always lurking behind it somewhere a little angle for you. Now, what if...
You really want to know?
Yes, I really want to know.
All right, I'll really tell you.
Well, then lay it on me, will you?
Ever since the day we became producers, you're a changed man. You've gone absolutely berserk with work. And the strange thing is, you liked it. You liked being Rodgers and Hammerstein.
So it was your idea, you know.
Well, sure, it was my idea, but I didn't think I was going to create a Frankenstein. From that day on, I haven't had 1 minute I could call my own.
What do you want me to do about it?
I want you to get married. I want you to have 9 children. And if you only spend 5 minutes a day with each kid, that's 45 minutes. And I'd at least have time to go out and get a massage or something.
You don't expect me to get serious with the kind of characters you and Rita have been throwing at me.
Well, there have been some nice girls, too, you know.
Oh, yeah, like that nuclear scientist we just met out in the hall.
All right, they didn't go to college. They didn't go to Smith.
Go to Smith? She couldn't even spell it.
Oh, that's very funny. Oh, the crooner is now becoming the comic.
Bill, let me tell you something. There's a lot of sense in what you say, and I have to admit it, but the kind of girls you and I meet in this business, they're young, they're ambitious, they're full of their own careers. They're not interested in getting married, settling down, raising a family.
That's funny, Bob. I never heard you open up like that before.
Someday the right girl's going to come along. If she'll have me, we'll get married, we'll settle down, we'll start having those 9 kids for you. 45 minutes going to be enough?
If I need any more, I'll tell you.
Come here.
Your railroad ticket, sir. Drawing room A, car 207.
Oh, thanks. Now, grab those, will you?
Yeah.
We'll go right over to the station from Novello's after we audition this act.
Wait a minute, what kind of an act is it? It's a sister act. We don't need any sister act. What are we wasting time for?
Well, I got a letter from Benny Haynes. They're his sisters. You remember Benny Haynes, the whole mess sergeant?
Freckle-faced Haynes, the dog-faced boy? He's got sisters.
Haynes, he's got a...
Oh, come on now. How can a guy that ugly have the nerve to have sisters?
Is that it, brave parent?
Bob, would you do me one favor?
What's that?
Give me one reason. One good reason why we should spend our last 2 hours in Florida looking at the sisters of Freckle-faced Haynes, the dog-faced boy.